Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ayush Saraf and this is a video that I will be posting after a very long time. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, my laziness and my bad habit of procrastinating things, I was not able to post any videos. Forget posting, I was not even recording any kind of videos for my YouTube channel, and that was something that I really didn't want. Why? Because if you check out the last video on my YouTube channel, you will see that that was kind of a roadmap wherein I was talking about how I want to get back on track and how I want to start posting on YouTube regularly again, not just for the love of solving SQL problems or talking to the camera, but to improve my communication skills and put whatever I am learning in front of you guys. But I believe, or rather, I should say that due to my due to me not putting conscious effort in this direction, I was not able to record anything and post for a really long time. But I hope to reverse it. I hope to start recording again regularly and post regularly on YouTube so that my interest in recording videos and sharing my knowledge and teaching you guys remains, and I continue it just for the love of recording videos. So without any further delay, let's get started. This is a question that I found on DataLemur.com. If you do not know, then this is a very famous site to practice interview questions related to the field of data science. This site was created by Nick Singh. He is currently the CEO of DataLemur, and he has posted various questions on subtopics are related to data science like SQL, Python, statistics, probability, and machine learning. All the questions are categorized in across three difficulty levels: easy, medium, and hard. And one thing I really liked about Data Lemur was that the amount of free questions that they provide in across all their categories, especially in SQL, were really large. For example, just in medium question category, they provide 40 free questions. So that is a huge number of questions one can practice before buying any kind of subscription or any kind of course from Data Lemur. Well, I was really impressed from the quality of questions that they post. So I had purchased a monthly subscription from them, and I have been solving some questions from datalemu.com. I have also posted I have also posted something on LinkedIn related to this, in which I had solved a question with a very different approach than how Nick had solved, and the entire explanation I had put it on LinkedIn. You can check it out. I will put the link of my LinkedIn profile in the description box. So this question is a hard difficulty question from Airbnb, and yes, this is also one of the main features of Data Lemur, that even if you have not purchased the premium, they mention the company in which this interview question was asked. So this is the question from this question was asked in Airbnb interview for the role of data scientist. Now, without any further delay, let's get started. We will first read the question, then I will show you the solution of this question. Why? Because this solution is little different, and my approach to this question was a little different. So I would like to discuss both the approaches, and then it is up to you which choice you think, or which approach you think is better for you. So the question is matching rental amenities, and I think this is another premium question. I do not know. You can check this on their site. Just type the question name and write data lemur at the end, and you will get this question if it is not a premium one. So the question is like this. You can read the question. I will give you the gist of the question, what the question is asking. The question is basically asking to find out the count of all the rental IDs which are completely identical to each other. For example, we have this sample input table, this one, in which for the rental ID 123, the amenities are pool and kitchen. And similarly for rental ID 345, the amenities provided are kitchen and pool, which is exactly same and identical to the rental ID of 123. So this is one pair of count where two rental IDs are completely identical to each other. So basically, we have to find unique pairs of rental IDs which are completely identical to each other. I hope the question is clear right now. You can read this question line by line to understand what this question was asking. Now, if you check the solution, in the solution, it is solved by using array agg function. And as of now, I do not know a lot about array aggregation or string aggregation function. So I was like, I have to try a different approach here. Let me tell you before proceeding further that while I was solving this, obviously I didn't watch the solution. I solved it straight away. It took me a lot of time. It took me around 20 to 25 minutes to crack the code. It was really, really easy, but it took me a lot of time. I guess because of the difficulty level of the question. But when I saw the solution, I first thought that the query is so small. It just has one CTE, but the solution that I have has two CTEs. Still, the main part here is the fact that they have used array AGG, and as of now, I do not have a lot of information or knowledge about this function. So I was like, since SQL is such a beautiful language, why not try to write another query with a completely different approach? Because let me tell you guys one thing, for every question you see on the internet or any interview, there is always more than one approach to solve that question. Always there is. This is a pattern that I've seen across my all the solvings of SQL interview questions, whether it is from YouTube or some on any other famous site like StatusScratch or HackerRank or LeetCode, or those YouTubers who are posting interview questions on YouTube, or even DataLemur. I have seen this that every question has more than one way to approach it, and it should be a practice of yours. If you are a budding data analyst, if you are someone who is trying to learn SQL, then it should always be non-negotiable to always try for a different approach when you're solving a question. Like for example, you have solved one question with one approach, then always before jumping to the next question or just shutting down a computer, sit there for a while and think, is there any second approach? Is there anything else I can think of? Is there any other direction in which I can take this question so that I can solve it either in a faster way, in an efficient way, or writing lesser queries, or optimizing the query better? So this is one of the tips that I learned while going through this journey, and I thought of sharing it with you. Now let's come back to my solution. Before that, let me first show you what the table is. I will extend this so that you guys have a good look. Now, if you see this table, it has rental ID and the amenities mentioned. Okay. Now, if you just look at the table without writing any queries, you will see that in the rental ID, we have pool and kitchen for 123. For 234, we have pool and hot tub. So these are not completely identical. So this cannot be counted. For 345, we have kitchen and pool. Again, 123 and 345 are completely identical and all the amenities are matching. So this is one pair. However, again, 234 and 345 are not matching. So this is another problem. And for 456, we have pool, but we cannot match it with either of the above three because for 456, there is only one amenity. And for the above three, we have two amenities. So this is one important thing here. We cannot match them. Similarly, for 231, we have only one entry which is pet friendly, and for 956 also, there is only one entry which is pet friendly. So this is another pair we found out. So with this, there is one thing to understand that we can match these rental IDs on the basis of the number of counts of their amenities as well. Okay, so first, what if we found the counts of each rental IDs, like find the counts of amenities each rental ID has. So we will do that first. So I will write my code here, select star, or rather I should say rental ID and count star as counts from rental IDs and group by rental ID. Now if I run the code, we will see, okay, let's order by. Now you can see 123 has two counts. If you remember that we had two amenities here. For 231, we had only one amenity. For 234 and 345, We had two amenities. Okay. Now I would like to keep this in a CT with counts as. Okay, so now I think the rental ID counts are visible here. I guess earlier it was not visible, so I adjusted the recording and the screen thing. Okay, so as of now, we have found out the individual counts of rental IDs, the individual number of amenities each rental ID has. Now, one thing to note here is that if you have been solving SQL for a good amount of time, then as soon as you have read this question and as soon as you understood that you had to find the unique sum of pairs, this must have struck your mind that why not use a self join to find those pairs? And this is exactly what we are going to do here right now as well. Now, we are going to self join both these tables. So for that, okay, yes, from rental amenities R1, inner join rental amenities R2. Now, for the join condition, we will write on R1 dot rental ID less than R2 dot rental ID. Now, why I have written less than here is a good reason. I could have written here not equal to, but for example, let's say we have this rental ID six. Let's take these examples: 642, 864, and 956. Okay, 642, 864, and 956. Now, let's assume that all these three have the same number of same amenities and the same number of amenities. Okay, so now we want the pair to look like 864, 956, and now we do not need this one, right? Because and we can write 642 here. Okay, since we have three different rental IDs, then we can make three different combinations with these. Okay, now there are chances that if I do not use less than sign, if I use a not equal to sign, then pairs like 642, 956 can be made, or the reverse of these pairs can also be made. This is the concept of ordered pairs and unordered pairs basically. Now, these are the actual total number of combinations possible, unordered wise. Okay, but we only want ordered pairs. Why? Because this pair and this pair is basically the same. We do not want these two pairs. We only want just one of them. So that is why we use less than sign instead of not equal to. And another important condition is the amenities being same. R1 dot amenity equal to R2 dot amenity. Now if we run this, I will just show you what this query does. Before that, I will have to comment this CT here. Now I hope it is visible. Like, let me check once. Okay, you can see the top rows here. For rental ID 1, the pool is matching, but if you remember, these two are not the exact matches. But this is here, this is where the magic will come of the initial CT that now we have commented out. But this is where we will use the this counts CTE. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to do here is, let me give you a brief instance of what I'm trying to do here. Here we have found out the counts of each individual rental ID. And here, what we are going to do is, here we are going to find the count of pairs. Okay. So let me do something like R1 dot rental ID as rental A, R2 dot rental ID as rental B. Now, for each pair, I am going to find the number of counts of that pair and match it with the counts in this CTE. For example, let me show you. For 1, 2, 3 and 3, 4, 5, both the amenities were same and the counts were same. So the count for both of these will be 2. And individually as well, for 1, 2, 3, the count will be 2, and for 3, 4, 5, the count will be 2. But if you remember for 6, 4, 2, now here we have 1, 2, 3 and 6, 4, 2 as only one pair. If you see, this is only one occurrence. Here 2, 3, 4 and 6, 4, 2 are coming, not 1, 2, 3. Here only one occurrence is coming. But the count of 1, 2, 3 is not 1, but 2. The count of 6, 4, 2 is 1. And here is where the magic comes. These two tables, we will join these two tables, this count CT and this another CT that we'll make right now, on the basis of their counts as well. Now, since these two counts are not matching, these two tables will not be joined. But for this pair, these two rows will be joined, and thus we will get our individual pair, which has both the count of amenities same and both the amenities same as well. So this is what I'm trying to do here. So now to find the count of this, we will have to use the count function as shared amenities or shared AMS. Okay. Now, since we are using count, we will have to use group by r1 dot rental id, and we will have to use both. Why? Because we are grouping by on the basis of pair. Now, if we run this query, okay, let's order by as well for better understanding. Now here you can see for 1, 2, 3, we have only one pair. For 1, 2, 3 and 3, 4, 5, we have both the counts, and this is the part that we want. Okay, so we will make another CT here. We can now comment, like make this the CT that will run actually and not comment it out right now. Let's name it as matches as okay. Now I'm sorry, I'm not able to pull down this output window. I wanted to pull this down, but it is not, option is not available on this website. No worries, like it is visible well. Okay, now with this we have the count CT and matches CT. Now we will join both these tables. First, select from matches M left join. Now we are using left join here to filter out if there are any null values. Inner join will also work as well, so we can use inner join as well. But I like using left join better. Like out of all the joins, left join is my favorite because left join gives you more control. In cases there are null values, you can check out if there are null values, and you know inner join filters out those null values, right? So the control over data is something that is lost, is what I feel. It may not be the case, but that is what I feel. Inner join counts C on M dot rental ID equal to C dot rental A. Now, what is the reason I have used rental A and rental B here? Because now from the match, we have the matches table here. Now I will put the join the counts CT two times. Since we have only one column of rental ID here, first rental ID for the first join, the rental ID of the count CT will match with the rental A column from matches CT, and for the second join, again the rental ID column will match with the rental B column from matches CT. What will this do? First, it will join both the tables. Okay, let me show you what I am trying to say here. C dot rental A inner join counts. Let's make it C1, C2 on. We'll copy this. Hmm. Okay, okay. Sorry. This is rental A, this is rental B, this is rental ID, and this is rental ID. Now it will work. Okay, I have not put star. Okay, now we can see here for the first table. For 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, the shared amenity is 1, but the actual counts are 2. Okay. I guess if we do not join this one as well, like this is not necessary to be honest. Okay, we can only do on this join as well. See, the counts are not same, which means this is not a valid pair. But for this, the count is same, which means this is a valid pair. Okay, so now we will just put a where condition here, where m dot shared ams not equal to c dot counts. Okay, and I only want rental A, rental B, so we do not want the entire table. Rental A m dot rental B. If I'm not wrong, let's see first. I guess there will be some issues here. Select rental. Okay, this is C1. Okay, now here we have one issue that this is again showing, but it should not. Sorry, it should be equal to. Okay, yes. I don't know why I put not equal to there. Okay, now with this, we have actually arrived at our answer. Why? Because these are the actual pairs that should have been there. Now, just for the sake of clarification, I will show you the counts, if the counts are matching or not. Shared amps c1 dot counts. If you go by logic, then the count should match because we are using a where filter here. So as you can see, the counts are matching, and this shows that our we have reached our solution here. We just now want the total count because the answer is asking for total count. If you can see in the left hand side, it is asking for total count and not the number of rental IDs. I mean the exact rental IDs. So we can just put here. Oh, I can just put a count star here as matching Airbnb. So with this, we have come to our answer. The answer is 6. Just to show you guys, I will run the solution from this, the solution that they have given. Okay, I will comment it out. I will not remove this. Although you can see the query is a little longer than the one that they have given the solution, but I do not think so. There is any problem with that. The readability of their solution is better, but I guess the solution that I have written is compatible with all the SQL databases. Like it is a universal solution, you can say. I'm not saying that I have done a huge thing or it's a something that to be very proud of. I was just trying to find a way to not use string aggregation functions because that is something that I didn't know about. I could have spent an hour or two to learn about string aggregation functions and then use it, but as if as per the patterns that I've seen, that how there is obviously more than one approach to every question that we solve, be it SQL or any kind of coding problem. So I thought, why not go with that approach? So if you just run this solution, then you see that again the answer is 6, which verifies that our query is completely correct. And with this, I would like to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you really liked my solution. I hope you got to learn something from this video because this is something that I'm doing after a very, very long time. That is to record and post my solution. I had done the same thing on LinkedIn as well as talked earlier. You can check out my LinkedIn post, basically my LinkedIn profile. In the post section, you can see that the most recent post is about this only, like how I have a different solution than the solution posted on DataLemur. Please make sure that understand this, that having different solutions is not something that is making me unique or making me better. Rather, I just want to show that how there is a different approach and how I think differently in certain problems. And I guess this is all for today, and thank you for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Put some comments so that it motivates me and I will put new videos like these. I will try to bring some more different kind of videos where I'm explaining SQL concepts or some theories that I learn or whatever I'm doing from day to day, like updates on my job hunt or whatever I'm doing right now. And to keep enjoying these videos, leave a comment so that I understand, I can get a feedback as to how my videos are, how much you like them. And please share these videos to your friends who are preparing for data analyst or data engineering, data science interviews, or basically they are just trying to learn SQL and want to see better another creator making videos on solving SQL questions. So with this, we have reached the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching and happy learning.